What's up, everyone? Welcome to Faith Family Grind EDC. I'm your host, John Anthony. The reason I'm doing this video today, it's something that I've been probably for myself, I've been working on for the last 3 months in terms of EDC, everyday carry. There's a lot of videos out there right now that share with you, different accessories that you can put on your pew or you can use this pew as your EDC, and it goes on and on, different options. This is just my opinion. But what I did this past 3 months was I was challenging myself to see which one of my pews would I walk out with every day and not think twice about it. And the reason why I think that's important, depending on, again, a lot of factors into this, but I think there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people that ask this question. What do I carry, on an everyday basis, or what should be my first pew? There's a lot of questions in that. And for me, and I have a lot of them, y'all. I have a lot of pews, but for me, my go-to every single time, it never fails, is going to be the OG, the P365. Now, some of you guys are like, man, there's just so many different options. Why would you do that? And I get it. There are different options. But when I think about EDC, I think about a couple things. How comfortable am I with this? Do I train with this? I know that sometimes the big concern is, what is the amount of rounds that can be carried in that particular magazine for that particular pew? And those are great things to think about. They are. I think it just factors into the situation of where you're at, what state you live in, and really your lifestyle. For me, I'm always in some type of gym attire, or what I'm wearing right now, some type of shirt like this, or and then of course some shorts. And for me, I'm always on the go. I have grandkids, my kid, and there's always something that comes up. So it's games, parties, for kids, of course. And I'm like, man, which is going to be my go-to? And this P365, and I know for a lot of people, they're like, well, that's a snappy pew, and I don't know if that's something that I would carry. I'm not telling you this is going to be your EDC. What I am telling you is what I train with. And the question that you got to ask yourself is, what do you train with? If you're somebody who takes EDC carrying very, very serious, then you got to ask yourself this question. What am I carrying, and do I feel confident with it? Because I don't care how good it looks. I don't care what the videos say. Everyone's different. Like I'm telling you, I'm not saying this is going to be your EDC. For me, though, from a shooting purposes, I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any malfunctions. So for reliability, for me, I'm like, this is great. I'm comfortable with it because I shoot it a lot. And I'm not saying that you got to go get a SIG. I'm just saying, in my situation, whenever you conceal carry, is it going to be a bother to you where you're like, I'd rather just keep it at home, which I don't know how that's going to be any good if it's at home. But believe it or not, there's people that do that. You have here a 17-round magazine now that will fit the P365. So yes, a lot of times you'll hear the Big Brother, which is another one of my favorites. And just so you guys know, both of these are not loaded. There's no rounds or magazines in these. This is my P365 Extra Macro. And you know what? I do enjoy this because I do practice with this one a lot too. I carry it every once in a while. I can't say it's my everyday because I don't carry it every day. It's every once in a while. If I'm wearing jeans, depending on what I'm wearing, plays a factor in this. The grip on this thing's amazing though. This one here has my optic on it, the Holliston 507K, which I like this optic, one of my favorite optics. But again, it's one of my favorites. I enjoy this, but it's not my everyday. Every day is going to always come back to the OG P365 because I can conceal it. It doesn't look like I have anything on me when I do have it on. And I think that's important. Some people talk about, well, it's cool if I'm wearing, if they know that I have something. I beg to differ that. I think the whole purpose of concealed carry is so people don't know, and you never know where you're at, or if you're a target of somebody who may want to take your pew pew, then you giving them the reason why they're going to come at you first if there is a situation. Um, so I would just, for me, I like that it's concealed. You don't know I have it. That's why on the 10 rounder, it fits perfect. You don't know, that it's on me. And I give you an example. Again, it's not loaded, but I'll put it in my holster here, and I'll just, if I'm on the road, I just go there, done. I'm done. I'm on my way out. You don't know that I'm carrying anything. This is, for me, is amazing. Where, let's just say, for instance, I decide, you know what, I'm going to take the macro instead. I get it, right? Let's just say some of you guys, that's your thing. By the way, there's no rounds in it. But let's just say I have my macro on. The difference with a macro in the P365 is on this one here, you're going to see that I'm carrying something. Hey, for me, I just, it's not something that I want to be showing the world off. Hey, I have something, okay? And it's heavy. Now you got to mind you, I don't have any magazines in here right now. But when I put a 17 round magazine with 17 rounds in it, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Now it's going to be pulling on me. The whole purpose of concealed carry is to carry something that you're confident with, you feel good with, you shoot with, you train with, and more importantly, that you can wear wherever you go. And again, don't get me wrong, you have rotations, I get it, but this one right here has just been amazing for me. This one has worked well for me because no matter where I'm going, if I'm going to go for a run, if I'm going to go to the gym, wherever, I know that I have it with me, and it's not a burden to me. And I think that's important in some cases. And the big complaint with these micro pew pews was the fact that, hey, there's only 10 rounds in it, maybe 8 rounds depending on what you're carrying. But now, you have your extended mags that you could put 17 rounds in this, and it fits the grip. It's perfect. And I carry an extra mag with me because, as you guys see a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of videos recently where there's a lot of people that do conceal carry, but they carry one magazine, which I don't get that. But hey, to each his own. I prefer to have a 17 round and my 10 round. My 10 rounds already in there, and hopefully I train well enough that I only need these 10. That's worst case scenario if I'm ever in that situation. I pray to God I'm never in that situation, guys. I have something in case of emergency, or if my life is in danger, my family's life in danger, or someone that I love is with me and their life is in danger. I know how to handle myself. It's something that I practice with, something that I'm comfortable with. And again, the P365 is OG for me. I like the way it feels. I like the way it shoots. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying this is going to be your go-to. I'm sharing my experience with something that I enjoy carrying around. I know it's reliable. I've shot so many different kinds of manufacturer rounds through this, and I personally have not had any kind of malfunction. And for some of you guys, there's a safety on here. I do like the safety. Some people, oh, your safety this, safety. Listen, I'm not telling you have to get the one with safety. I like it. And especially when there's a round in the chamber, I love it. And when I know that I hear that click when it comes off, then I know that the round is ready to go. Listen, again, I don't mind being safe, especially when this is pointing down to where. I like to know that there's a secondary, there's a safety on there. Other than the finger, I do have a secondary safety on there. And I do practice with it. So I know how to engage that safety as quick as possible in case that was a situation. And there's that debate, should you have a round, shouldn't you have a round? Again, this is all up to you. I'm not telling you to have to have it or you do have to have it. I'm just telling you it's up to you, but I would encourage you to practice, because the more you practice it, the more confident you're with it, you'll know how to handle the situation differently because it's something that you're aware of. So with that said, I was sharing this video and I just wanted to jump on real quick because I wanted just to let you know how this has been a big impact to me, the P365 in my everyday carry. And, where I do love my macro. I really do. This is It has the Radiant, the flared magwell. I'm telling you, at the range, I'm dead on with this bad boy. I do love it, but I'm just not going to carry it every single day. It's just not going to happen. And you see all these videos, and my biggest debate is, before I got, one of my favorite pew pews for me is the staccato C I have, and I'll never carry that in the waistband. Maybe if you're 6'2", 6'3", maybe you get away with it. I can't. I'm not going to even attempt it. Even with the CS, I love the CS, but the CS is pretty much the same size as the macro is. And knowing that, it's one of those things where, do I want to carry this? I would love to carry it, but to be comfortable with it all the time, unless I'm wearing jeans and maybe I always say my jeans and boot day, and I do have a shirt. Maybe I will, but it's not my everyday wear though. If my everyday wear was that, it's different, but it's not. It's usually in some kind of gym attire, what I'm wearing now. So that's why this is so important to me, to have something that I feel good with, and I know it's there, but I don't feel like it's there. But anyways, I wanted to share this video because for 3 months I've been going in and out of my home, and I was saying to myself, which is going to be my real EDC? Which is going to feel, and don't get me wrong, listen, I shoot with both of these. So I'm confident with both of them. Do I shoot better probably with the macro? The answer is yes. But I do shoot pretty well with the 365. And that's what matters to me. On this one, I don't have an optic, as you can tell. I can't put one. I just don't have one on here. I'm good with this one here too. If I put an optic, would it make a difference in terms of how I feel toward the concealment? Probably not. I don't think it would, but I don't have it on there, so whatever. I hope this helps you. I hope that this helps you decide, hey, you know what? Just don't go out and buy the most coolest looking pew that you see, because a lot of people do that. They see these pews and they're like, oh, look at the serrations, the deep cuts. Oh, this is great. And they go on and on. And they probably are great pews if you're at the range. But if you're trying to conceal it and you're trying to train with it every single day, then you got to make the right decisions. I encourage you, go to a range, shoot at the range, make sure you're comfortable with it, because you may shoot this right now at a range and not like it. You might like, John Anthony, you're crazy. That's too snappy. I don't like it. And I'm not telling you to go get it. I'm just telling you, this is something I train with. I enjoy it. And for concealment purposes, it works phenomenal. But again, you can put it in the band, you can put it in the holster. I'm in the waistband kind of guy. I like to carry it that way. I carry in the appendix. That's just me. But again, too, with one thing I will tell you though, as much as you train with this, and I'm speaking out of experience, because last year this time, you'll look at my videos and you'll look at the weight loss. I'm probably about 40 pounds lighter than the videos I did in the past, because I take my health as serious as I take my training with this. Because I don't care how good you can shoot this. If you're in a situation, your adrenaline is pumping, you're moving around, and you're not in the best shape, you never know if that other person is going to have an advantage over you. So my encouragement is, as much as you train with this, train up here and train your body. It's important I share that with you, because people just don't get it. They think because they have the coolest looking pews and all this good stuff. But if you're not training your body to be strong and move the way you need to move, just in case something was to happen, then I would encourage you, change the mindset and think different. Again, you can be great with this, but if you're carrying too much weight on your body, your movements are sluggish, you don't feel good, your mind's not always clear. It's time to get yourself doing some type of activity to get yourself there, as much as you're training with this. And how you can challenge yourself is, here's what I recommend. Depending on the range you go with, I go to an awesome range. I have to give it, I always got to give it a shout out, because the Renaissance Shooting Club, and you're able to kind of set up this area up the way you want it. And I encourage that, because you can run around, carry a weight, carry a bag, carry whatever you want to do to kind of get your heart rate up, and see how you shoot in those situations. It really makes a difference. It really plays a factor because people don't realize until you do. It's one thing going to the range and just standing at a target, shooting. But when you are at a range where you're able to move, do different maneuvers, set it up the way you want, and then you really challenge yourself and put your heart rate at a certain level, you'll be surprised how many times you actually miss the target. Let's be real. I know I've done it. I miss it quite a bit, and that's why I train, because I want to get better at it. But there's a lot of great videos out there that kind of give you examples of that. But that's one thing that I would encourage. Not only take care of your training with your pew, but take care of your training for your mind, body, and soul, so that way you're on the right track too. Hey, listen, that's all I got. I know I wanted to share this information with you because I got excited. I was like, you know what, I'm just and a lot of these videos, guys, let me tell you, they're really not edited. It's just information I like to give to everybody. I'm a normal dude just like you are. And if you're watching this, normal guy, gal, whatever, hey, I hope this helps you. And if it does, hey, like everyone else says, hit the bell, subscribe, because I have a lot more videos coming out. But more importantly, share this information. If you think it helped you and you're curious about your first pew and what should you carry and what your thoughts were, hey, listen, share them with me because I'm curious. I like feedback, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Trust me, I have tough skin. It's not going to break my heart. But whatever. With that said, never lose focus. Have fun, rock and roll, enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.